What's up? This is Michael Rapaport. You are now listening to the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast, where today we are celebrating the end of that piece of shit, Alex Jones, the InfoWars host. He's done. He's off of Facebook. He's off of iTunes. He's off of Pinterest. And he's off of YouTube. Bye-bye, fucko. I need LeBron James to start playing basketball again because his off-season moves have left me in awe. We're getting into the weekend that has been LeBron James. Steven Seagal is big time in Russia and so much more. Plus, from season 3 of the Netflix hit show Last Chance U, the Coach Jason Brown. The coach, I love this guy. I feel like we are kindred spirits. We're talking fist fights, where he came from, player updates from season 3 of Last Chance U, and how he honed his smash mouth style of shit-talking coaching. This guy is one of a kind. In my opinion, Coach Jason Brown of the Netflix show Last Chance U is the most interesting character on television since Tony Soprano. All that and more on a brand new I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. Miles, Jordan, let me get something nice. Let me get something proper. Let me get something real funky. What's going on? My name is Michael Rapaport. It's the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. They call me the Jake LaMotta of podcasting, the Gringo Mandingo, the Pusher T of podcasting. I'm going solo on that ass. It's a brand new I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. First, I want to thank all the people of New York City, whether you're from New York or you came to the city. A few days ago in New York City, the 4th of August, we shut it down at the Gramercy Theater. All the people that came out supported. Fantastic crowd. They were on the edge of their seats for us. It means so much that you came out. We got to meet and greet, I think, every single person in the theater. It was a great show. You know, what can I say, man? To do that in New York City, to have the crowd be so just so present for us, it means a lot. It was a great show. The I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast tour continues next week, the 18th in Houston, then the 22nd in Philadelphia. We're performing, and then the 25th in Boston, the 18th in Houston. Paul Wall's joining us. We got some other special guests. Philadelphia, the 22nd of August, and the 25th in Boston. All tickets are available at IamRapaportTour.com. The shows are getting better and bigger and bangier, and New York was a doozy. I got to tell you right now, I am in New York City, and it is motherfucking do the right thing, burn the pizzeria hot out here. It is swamp ass season in New York. I went for an early morning hike. I'm talking about 7 in the morning through Central Park, sweat right through my underwear. Sweat all the way through them. I think that I'm going to just start bringing out a second pair of underwear. No underwear could sustain this kind of New York City summer heat. I don't care what kind of cotton, twill, woven, systematic, metric system underwear you wear. The only way to battle August swamp ass season in New York City is to just bring another pair of underwear and go into any Starbucks and change midday. That's it. Bring a little fanny pack. I'm getting myself a fanny pack. I've come to terms with that. I will be walking around with a fanny pack. Fuck a knapsack. Too heavy, adds to the sweat, which adds to the swamp ass. I'm getting a small, non-brand fanny pack. I used to rock one in the 90s when no one cared. Then the fanny packs they look ridiculous. But I've come to terms that I don't care. I have no fashion sense. I have no style. I am barely color coordinated. I will be rocking a fanny pack. In that fanny pack, going forward for my trip in New York City will be, amongst other things, an extra pair of underwear. That's it. No shame in my game. I will keep, let me see what else I keep in my fanny pack. Some gum, because you want your breath to always be good, especially when you're around people or when you get in somebody else's car. Shout out to Uber or the New York City taxi cab services. I want my breath to smell good. I expect that from my driver. A iPhone charger, some dental floss, a nail clipper, and some sunscreen, a mini bottle of sunscreen, because you can melt out in this shit. But yeah, am I forgetting anything in my fanny pack? I haven't purchased it yet because all the fanny packs, they have crazy designs. I just want a black, simple fanny pack. Lightweight, simple fanny pack. And I will post pictures of me rocking my 2018 low-key fanny pack. And the main reason why I'm going to the fanny pack in New York, because in California, you drive around in a car everywhere. I don't know where all the listeners are from and how you get around, but in New York, you walk. Okay? In LA, you're in your car all the time. You don't need a fanny pack. New York, you walk around in this do the right thing heat. You need that fanny pack. Doing it, done. LeBron James, I need you to start playing basketball. I need you to start playing basketball so I could get back to talking shit, because every single one of your off-season moves has been magnificent. And we're going to get into the Donald Trump tweeting him on a Friday night at 11:37. Why are you tweeting about another man on a Friday night at 11:37, Dick Stain? You lonely? The fuck is the matter with you? It's 11:37 on a Friday night. And you worried about Don Lemon and LeBron James? Come on, man. You're supposed to be crawled up next to something. Where's your wife at? She not fucking with you? She not talking to you? But before we get into that tweet, LeBron James, it was just announced that LeBron James and his production company are doing a sports docuseries like Real Sports on Showtime. And the title of it is Shut Up and Dribble. That is the most gangster shit ever. We all know where the title came from. Laura Ingraham, she said that thing about shut up and dribble. So LeBron James and his production company are doing a sports docuseries about athletes called Shut Up and Dribble. Fuck you, Laura Ingraham. And salute to you, LeBron James. I know, I don't want to confuse you people. When the season talks, I will be shitting on him when I can. But as a person, as a man, as a political figure, as a social figure, as a social leader, I can't say anything. I can't say anything. But when it comes to basketball season, I'll figure a way to get back in the groove of talking shit. But right now, what can I say? I stand here. You hear the clapping? That's me clapping and applauding. The name of the show is Shut Up and Dribble. I'll be watching it. I'll be recording it episode after episode. So yes, you all heard Trump tweeted at LeBron James Friday night at 11:37 how he had just watched an interview with Don Lemon and somehow he made LeBron James look smart, which isn't easy to do. Fuck you, Dick Stain. You talking shit. You don't say anything about Greg Popovich. You don't say anything about Steve Kerr. LeBron James, it used to be like a big deal if a president would mention you, good, bad, or indifferent. They don't even refer to Donald Trump as president. It's like, yo, Trump tweeted about me. This motherfucker tweeting about me and shit. You've lowered the bar on everything that has to do with the president. Melania Trump came out and said that she supports LeBron James. She likes what he's doing with his school and she wants to make a visit. Even your wife doesn't fucking agree with you. Melania, yo, come home. Leave this motherfucker high and dry. You'd be a national hero, an international hero if you left him. Also in his tweet, Trump said at the end of it, I like Mike, referring to Michael Jordan. See, that's that divisive bullshit. And Michael Jordan the next day put out a statement from his publicist saying, I support LJ and what he's doing in the community. That's it. Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan, you ain't shit, man. There's a difference between being a businessman. There's a difference between being politically correct. And there's a difference between being just a motherfucker that just don't give a fuck about anybody but himself. That's all you have to say about LeBron James. You couldn't come up with something a little deeper, a little more detailed. Put your feet in the dirt a little bit more. I need LeBron James to start playing basketball again so I could get back to talking shit, because I'm just not this comfortable being in awe of him. I'm in awe of him. I love it. I respect it. I appreciate it. Keep doing your thing, LeBron James. Keep doing your thing. All the other players, Karl Anthony Towns, Donovan Mitchell, and all the other people that have speaking out, keep doing your thing. Steven Seagal, that fat non-karate doing fake ass, shoe polish on the hair, bloated, weird looking motherfucker was named Russia's humanitarian representative. I don't know if Russia doesn't get DVDs or they don't got, iTunes or Netflix or what. Yo, you couldn't do better than Steven Seagal. Nobody is checking for Steven Seagal. Maybe in Russia, they don't let you watch movies. Like get Bruce Willis or Claude Van Damme or The Rock or somebody like that. Steven Seagal's not bringing any bells. Steven Seagal's not dope. Nobody is checking for Steven Seagal anymore. Get Ralph Macchio. Fuck with Ralph Macchio. Get Ralph Macchio. Okay, see if you could coax him. Because Steven Seagal's, he's whack. Nobody's fucking with Steven Seagal anymore. YouTube, Facebook, iTunes, Pinterest, amongst others, have finally shut down Alex Jones, that piece of shit who's on InfoWars. He has that show InfoWars, which Alex Jones is famous for two things. All his conspiracy theories and having those freakouts, which I actually think are funny, but they're not intentionally funny, so he gets no props for that. But he's the guy on that show InfoWars that goes around saying all these tragedies, all these shootings, the shooting in Las Vegas, amongst others, and the Sandy Hook shooting where those little kids were shot in the elementary and nursery school, and the teachers were killed. He's been going around for years saying that this was a setup, this was fake, that this was staged, amongst all kinds of other things. Now, listen, I believe, matter of fact, Miles Jordan, let me get that Willie Hutch. Alex Jones, you no-lip having motherfucker you. It's over, Duke. You got shut down. It's over. Or is this a hoax too? I don't think this is a hoax, Alex Jones. You piece of shit, you. You don't get no freedom of speech. That amendment, that right doesn't work for you, motherfucker. You're done. You're done, and I'm glad that people are saying, what about censorship? What about freedom of speech? Well, what about the parents of the little kids that were shot and killed in that massacre in Sandy Hook? Fuck Alex Jones. You don't get to just say anything you want. perpetrate frauds, perpetrate lies, and get away with it. They shut you down, Duke. You got no lips. Your face is red. Are you on that Barry Bonds? Are you on that Lance Armstrong? Why the fuck is your face so red, Duke? You ain't busting grapes in a food fight. Been on Twitter ever since they shut you down saying it's censorship of the conservatives by the liberals. Whatever the fuck helps you sleep. You don't deserve to have a forum. I don't give a fuck about your rights. I don't give a fuck about the Constitution. I don't give a fuck about any of that. You say some of the wildest, most disrespectful shit, and you think people are gonna let that shit keep going? You're making up shit. You're disrespecting people who have the worst tragedy you could possibly have as a parent. You're saying it's fake? Nah, you're fake, Duke. They shut you down on iTunes, they shut you down on YouTube, and I hope they shut you down on fucking Twitter. Alex Jones, and get yourself some motherfucking lips. You look like shit, Duke. Cut that, Willie. Guy's a joke. My man Blake Griffin, Detroit Pistons, used to play for the LA Clippers, was just court ordered to pay his baby mama. I believe she has 2 kids by Blake Griffin. And I think she went out with USC quarterback Matt Leinart. So you know what she's about. He has to pay his baby mama $258,000 a month in child support, not spousal support. Spousal support is when you're married and you get divorced. They were never married. He has to pay her in child support, $258,000. Now, I paid child support. Child support is for the kids. These are little kids. There is nothing. There's no children. Let's say the kids had, I don't know, drivers. Let's say the kids had private tutors, private guitar lessons, private piano lessons, and you wanted them dressed head to toe in Gucci clothes. $258,000 is still way too much money. If this woman spent $60,000 a month on 2 small kids, $60,000 a month on 2 small kids, she'd still have $200,000 to spend. And the way it works in California, there's no tax on the money. He pays tax on the money. She pays nothing on the money. This is white girl syndrome gone really, really, really wrong. You fucked up, Blake. And the chick, you have balls. You have no shame. $258,000 a month. There's no accountability. If she wanted to buy a Lamborghini a month, she could buy a Lamborghini a month. There's no accountability on what she does with the money. There's no questioning. He has to give the $258,000 a month. And he can't say shit about it. Damn, Blake, damn. I feel for you. I quote the great Shaka Khan, I feel for you. My man is going to have to work on his post-up game. He's going to have to be able to play until he's 40 to keep up with these payments. Fuck all the jumping and the dunking. You need to work on your back to the basket, post-up game, and your other skill set. Work on your three-point shooting and all those other skills. You need to be able to play way past the point when you could jump and you're athletic. I feel for you, Blake Griffin. Damn. I mean, that is just mean. Mean. Over the weekend, it was reported that over 70 people in Chicago over this past weekend, the weekend that started August 3rd through August 5th, over the weekend, 3 days, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Over 70 people were shot in Chicago. 7 people were shot fatally. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know how to wrap my head around it. I have no rant. I don't know how it's going to stop. But golly damn, 70 fucking people in Chicago in one small section of a city. They have to do something. Something has to give. 70 people in a small little area, 11 were killed. More were hospitalized. There might be more that have been killed. Crazy. All this hype. Talk about this kid. I never heard this kid's music at all. I mean, I've heard it in passing. I tried to listen to it. It's just not for me. Travis Scott, baby mama is Kylie Jenner. I don't even know why he's making music. Your baby mama is worth a billy. Music is like shit. I don't even know what that is. That's like playing like 3-on-3 basketball on the weekend. You're just doing it because you want to do it. Put out this record called Astro World. I would love to know from the fans, if you listen to that kind of music, is it good? At least in that genre of that kind of music. People calling it an instant classic. Remember 2 months ago, Kanye West put out his record? Instant classic. I've been in New York for about 3 weeks now. I haven't heard one person in one car passing by playing Kanye West. That's how you could tell what's hot in New York. When you're walking around, you could hear certain songs being played out of the cars. You could tell, oh shit, I keep hearing it. That must be hot. New songs you like, songs you don't like. Doesn't matter what it is. Nobody's listening to that Kanye West record anymore. That shit was trash, Duke. Shit was straight trash. And it's an instant classic. You got to hear what he did with the Sonics. It's incredible. Nobody's listening to it anymore. And if you're listening to it against your will. It's not good. Not a good record. But I want to know what people think of that Travis Scott record. This other dude, Tyler, the Creator. You know, this kid, Tyler, the Creator, he's obviously talented. He obviously struck a chord with a certain type of youth. You know, this disenfranchised, nerd, weirdo rap. I call it character rap. Like, it wasn't so much that the music was good. It was like people like the character. People like it, the personality rap. Action Bronson, who I like, same sort of thing though. It's like people like the look, people like the personality. The music isn't as good as the personality. The music isn't as good as the interviews. Tyler, the Creator, is one of the main people who's made a career off of being an interesting person and a talented but never really lived up to the talent musician, rapper. Shit's not dope. Takes himself way too seriously. His first record, he came out and said it was trash and that he would only had 7 songs on it. You're right, Duke. Your first record was trash, Duke. You had one song on there with one beat where you were eating ants and bugs and all that shit in the video. I liked it. Can't listen to the rest of your music. And he's complaining that his music never gets played on the radio because of his voice, because his voice is raspy. Duke, your music doesn't get played on the radio because you're whack, not because of your voice. Jadakiss gets played on the radio. His voice is raspy. It's not your voice, Duke. Look in the mirror. It's the songs. You don't put out bangers. You think there's some conspiracy to keep you off the radio? The kids love you. They love when you're acting crazy, eating bugs, all that, horrorcore shit. You're a weirdo. You're funny. But your music's not dope. That's why they don't put it on the radio. Not your voice. That might be one of the only things that you have that is good about your music is your voice. Raspy voices have always been accepted and embraced in hip-hop. Method Man. I'm forgetting a bunch of others. Raspy voice motherfuckers. Jadakiss. It's not your voice. It's your songs. They're not banging. You don't have one banger. You've been rapping for over 10 years. Tyler, the Creator, you have not one banger. You're not capable of making bangers. Sorry. I've met him, nice kid, smart businessman. Your music's not dope. Period. That's it. I told you later on in the show, Coach Jason Brown of Independence College in Kansas, who those of you who don't watch Last Chance U are like, huh? Yo, this guy on this show, Last Chance U, is so bugged out, so funny, so frustrating, such a great character. Now, it's a real show. It's not a reality show. It's a documentary series. Goes into the real life of these kids at Last Chance U. I've been talking about Last Chance U for the last 3 years, and this is the third season, and the first 2 seasons were fantastic, and somehow, some way, they switched schools, found a new coach who's way more bugged out than the last coach, who was very bugged out, very compelling to watch. Coach Jason Brown, if you like football, if you like shit talking, stay tuned. If you like Last Chance U, you're definitely going to love this interview with him. I'm making a trip out there this fall, if I can make it happen, to meet him face to face. He's a white dude, grew up in Compton, in the hood, and he's just got a bugged out story and a bugged out way that he looks at life, looks at college football. And I suggest you listen to it, whether you have gotten into season 3 of Last Chance U or not. Tommy Loren, little cheerleader, little Republican, a conservative cheerleader. I think she lied on Twitter the other day. I can't stand her and her fucking fake ass nose and her nose job. She said on Twitter, she goes, and I quote, "My first time in San Francisco, I see a man snorting cocaine off the street. So sad this beautiful place has become such a cesspool. Thanks for nothing, liberals." Tommy Loren, I think you may be lying. I think you may be full of shit. Where did it happen, Tommy Loren? Where did you see a person snorting cocaine off the street? How did you know it was cocaine? Are you a sniffing dog? Did you use your fake nose to sniff out the cocaine that the man was snorting off the street? How close did you get to him? I think you're lying. How do you know it wasn't just an insane person? How do you know it wasn't a mental health issue? I think you're full of shit. You're a cheerleader for the Republican Party. You're a jump off. Okay? And the only reason why you have a platform is because you got a fake nose and golf ball white teeth. Okay? Let's see some pictures. You didn't take any pictures of the man snorting cocaine off the street? Who the fuck? I never did that, booger sugar. But if you have the money to get that booger sugar, to snort cocaine, that white, that pure snow, you damn sure are not going to be snorting it off the street. If somebody has the money to get some booger sugar, they're not going to put it down on the ground and snort it. You're lying, chick. You're lying. All right, let's get to it. Last Chance U, Season 3, the star of the program, who I think has a great future in football, college football. I think he could be a broadcaster. Coach Jason Brown, Last Chance U, Season 3. Let's get to it. I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast with the coach coming up next. All right. I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. Season 3 of Last Chance U. The star, I have to tell you this. When I was thinking about interviewing you, thinking about talking to you, I've come to the conclusion that you, Coach Jason Brown, are the most interesting character on television since Tony fucking Soprano, except for you're actually real.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I'm just trying to be who I am, man. Nobody else.
Well, I mean, you know, it's funny because I started getting tweets before I started watching season 3. I started getting tweets, yo, you got to see this coach. You got to see this coach. Obviously you're a real person, but your character, your ups and downs, and your personality and your shit talking is bar none. And I call myself the MVP of talking trash, but you might be the next MVP because you shut the shit talking down. So my first question for you is this, Coach, is where the fuck did you come from, and how did you wind up at Independence?
Well, shit, man, it's been a long road, brother. I'll be honest. I probably coached. So when I got done playing professionally, my last year I had a chance to go back and try another team, and I was just like, you know what? I've lost the love of football because how political it is. So I said, the off season I started coaching. For my first time, I coached my alma mater at high school back in California, and man, I fell in love instantly with coaching. I was like, fuck, this is what I'm here on this earth to do. I don't think it was to play. I think it's to coach. And I got a little cup of coffee playing at the highest level, which is a rare, it's better odds to win the lotto than it is to make an NFL roster. So, I had a cup of tea, and then I started coaching, man. And then I thought that was my calling. And then ever since, 17 years later, I've been coaching, and I've had my ups and downs, man. And it's been, 13 years for free, unpaid. A lot of people don't realize.
Wow.
Unpaid 13 years, man. And I still had a fucking beach house and a caddy. So I told people, you got to figure out, you got to be a hustler, man, and do it, and figure out ways to make ends meet if you want to do what you love. And I wanted to help kids out, man. And so by doing that, I couldn't work at, I had to work all these odd jobs and try to coach. And it's just hard to do. So I had to make it work if I wanted to coach, and there was no pay. So I had to be a hustler and make things work out so I could coach full time. And that's what I did. And shit, man, 11 years of junior college in California. And then I was a head high school coach for 4 years. And then I took a job at a rival school here in the state as O coordinator in 2015. And then got this job. I went back home, man, and after I left that place, and it wasn't for me there, just the way that the kids were talked to, handled, and so on. And I went home, man, for a couple months, and I got the call to come interview at Independence, and I flew out here to middle of nowhere, Kansas, and interviewed, and I fell in love with the athletic director, man, the president. People here wanted to win. They hadn't won in 20 years, and I've always been known to take over programs and rebuild them. So it was a great opportunity, man, and I like being the underdog, so I thought it was a perfect fit, and that's how I got here.
Now, when you played in the NFL, talk quickly, briefly, because I know that you could go deep into it, but because you talk so much shit on the show, and we don't really get to see that much footage of you. How good were you on your best day as a quarterback? And what was some of your fondest memories as an NFL player? Who did you play with? What team did you play for? Talk me through your NFL career. Although it wasn't, to make it to the NFL that's like a fucking, like an asteroid dropping right in front of your lap.
No doubt. Well, look, I had so after I played college, I got a free agent shot with the Kansas City Chiefs. Basically, just a OTA, a type of tryout they call it. So I was there for mini camp, and I got to go against all those guys, man. And the Tony Gonzalez's were there, and Priest Holmes was, I think, the MVP of the league that year, and Trent Green was the starter, and that was short-lived. And so from that point, I went on and played arena football, and came back again. A year later, I got called back to come out and try out again, basically. So actually playing a true game and all that, I never did, but I was just on what they call practice squad and OTAs and had camps and stuff. And then I went over to NFL Europe, tried out over there. Every team in the NFL, when they cut you, they kind of what's called allocate you. So they allocated people over to NFL Europe at the time. NFL Europe folded now too, a couple years back. But so then I went back to Arena League back in the States, and I was all over Chicago, LA, Bakersfield, California, And man, it was just, it's not easy. People, you hear all these stories. You see these NBA guys got this NBL and NDL and all that stuff. They got to go play 10 years of that stuff, man, before they even get a shot. And that's how it is. It's like you said, an asteroid falling on your lap. It's about the odds of it. And so, I got to play against have some great people, man. Dick Vermeil was the head coach there. Got to meet or see a lot of those guys, man. But I was the same shit talking dude I wasn't in, because
I was going to ask you, when you played, did you talk shit?
Oh yeah, I was an older guy, so there wasn't that rookie hazing shit going on with me, man. It just wasn't going to happen. I think they knew too. A lot of those rookies get hazed, and I was a 24, 25-year-old rookie, and I was just like, that ain't going down with me, brother. And they knew it, and so it was good. It was good times, man, and it was a lot of fond memories of meeting those guys and traveling all over, man. But to be honest, man, the most fun I ever had professionally is arena football.
Right.
Playing arena football, man, there's only 19 guys on a roster, so there really is no backbiting. There's no politics. 19 guys, you're pretty tightly knitted. Fuck, we go to Hawaii a couple times a year. We went and played over there. It was a great time, man, and that was probably the funnest professional time. And then ever since then, man, it's been coaching and stuff. But yeah, I was the same way as a coach, man. As a player, as I am a coach, man. I used to grab my old linemen. The difference is, though, that you don't see when I was a player. It's I'd grab my old line by the face mask if they miss a block in a game, but I also fed those fuckers Friday night too. So you know what I mean? There's a difference. There's a give and take, man, and there's a respect earned, respect given type of deal, and that's kind of what you don't see. Kind of like from Malik Henry on the show or stuff. I used to tell him that too, man. You can talk shit, but they better have your back too. And so, it's a give and take type of deal.
So since the show came out, what has been the general reaction, and like how has your life changed? Like, you must be a fucking star out there in Independence, Kansas, and just, you're on Twitter. People are like, this show is like, it's like, it's like Hard Knocks of college football now. It's season 3. It's so compelling, the first 3 seasons. And just when, you thought it might have shot its load, here comes you and all these kids. And like I said, you just like, you come on the screen and it's like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, so how is like the reaction been? Like, well, how has it changed, since going outside in Independence, Kansas, and just how has the response been across the board from your peers and in the football community, just like the whole thing?
Yeah, no doubt. It's a good question, man. It's been crazy. I'm gonna tell you, I didn't even know it was like this. So we had media day in our conference 2 Fridays ago. This Friday, last Friday. So it was actually 1 week after it aired. So it came out on the 20th. On the 27th was our conference media day. I told my boss, I was like, man, you sure you want me to go to this thing? Because, they got me talking shit on there, and those coaches get to see it, and they've watched it. I'm sure every coach in our league watched it, and I have to go to this media day. So I went and ended up talking shit in the media day because they wanted to talk shit to me, and it is what it is. And I'm not going to change, man. They film me and they catch me on film and being who I am, and those coaches know that. And on the way to that media day in 2, middle of nowhere towns in Kansas, 2 hours drive, we had to go to Wichita, Kansas. So it's 2 hours west of here. And we stopped and get gas one time. We stopped and get a couple coffee, and I got bombarded by 20 people for autographs and pictures. I'm just like, wow, you got to be kidding me. So it's globally recognized, and I was told by one of these data people that in the first 12 hours of the show, it was the most watched premiere in the history of United States television. So
damn,
it was everywhere. It was everywhere, man. And just for instance, last night I go to Tulsa, man, to go to Cigar Lounge, man, by myself, man. I said, you know what, fuck, I'm gonna get up and get out of town for a while. We didn't have to. I gave my staff and players off today. And I went down there, man, and walked in, and it was a packed place, man, and it was like a bar lounge, and cool little spot I go to. Shit, man, I don't know if I can go anymore, man. Every single person in there was like, "This the coach of Last Chance U," and I'm just like, man, I thought I was fucking Michael Rapaport or something in there, man. So it was crazy, man. It's really bigger than I thought it would be, and I didn't realize it was that big, and it's being perceived, man. And you know how it is. You know how you're the same way, man. You're probably 50% love you, 50% hate you, and and that's kind of the perception online and social media. And, you know, it's kind of the demographic they try to target, I believe, is like 20 to 35 is Netflix's demographic for the show. And you kind of see it hitting that demographic because, you know, the 50-year-olds and over are the ones kind of hating on it. The ones in that demographic love it. And then, and it's a lot of inner city folks love it. And then you got a lot of Beverly Hills fuckers that probably don't like it. So
that's funny.
That's what it is.
Have the people that you come across, like in person, has it all been love? Or are they like, yo, you're a fucking asshole, or why'd you do this, or why'd you do that? Because I'm sure like this sort of out of nowhere fame, and you know, they're watching you on a television. In, you know, Netflix is in our homes or in our computers or sometimes in our phone. It's such an intimate way to watch somebody, and it's such a powerful show across the board. It's so emotional. It's so compelling. The winning and the losing with the team. You know, it's just great television. Like, do people like have like responses that are like caught you off guard? Like, are people like, what the fuck did you say that shit for? Like to your face?
No, man. Every person I've seen in person want to take a picture and love me, and that's what they say anyway in my face. So, like last night, a young brother came up to me, man, and was like, totally right up to me, like I've known him 20 years. He had no doubt it was who I was, and I even put some fucking glasses on, man. I don't even wear glasses, man. I was just like, and he knew right away, man.
You gotta put a fucking wig on, man. That's all you gotta put a wig on and some glasses.
No doubt, man, no doubt. And I had to put that, and so he came right up to me, man, wanted to take a picture, was just saying how much he respected us and me and how I am with the kids. He goes, man, our society needs you, man, and you're a huge inspiration. Don't change. I know there's people hating on you online and all that. And I go, hey, man, appreciate you. And that's kind of been the reception I've been getting, at least over the last 2 weeks. And it's been pretty nice.
So you know, like I think episode 4 or 5, at one point, I was like, this motherfucker. Like something happened with you and I think it was the offensive line coach during the game. And have you watched all the episodes of it?
I haven't. I have not, man. I haven't had time to get to it, man. And that, you know, after I think, you know, I don't know how you are. I guess the first 4 shows they sent us prior to it being released. And so before I went back home to LA to do the release party with Netflix, I watched the first 2 or 3 and I called the producer. I said, Greg, great dude, man, does a great job. And I go, man, I look horrible, man. He goes, well, you know, I got like 16 episodes of shit that I could put on there if you want to see that shit. And I said, nah, I'm good, man.
That's funny.
And he goes, you're an unfiltered guy I've ever filmed, man. He goes, it is what it is. And
you're a confrontational motherfucker, and you're with kids that are confrontational, football players and, you know, football coaches. There's an edge to all of you guys, and you get under even your own coach's skin. My question is, when was the last time you had an actual fight? Like, when was the last time a motherfucker was like, motherfucker, fuck you, coach, and it went to another level?
Man, I haven't had a fight like that, a real fight, man, in probably 30 years, man.
Oh, that's good.
To be honest, I that's not, you know, I think real recognize real, and you know, if you're a good judge of character like you and I are, man, I think people see that you're genuine and you care for the guy, even though, you know, my job is to get these coaches and players alike to the next level. And so basically I have to get them where they couldn't get themselves. And that's my job. I've got 18 coaches jobs, 4-year schools since I've been coaching, and 190 kids I've sent Division I, which is both national records. And,
damn.
You know, and I'm only 42, man. And, you know, shit, man, you know, the coaches understand. I hire you. You know, if Nick Saban hired me and paid me $1 million a year as an assistant, like he does a lot of guys, I'd fucking shine your shoes and fucking they say yes, sir. I mean, I tell my coaches the same thing, man. I said, you signed up for this, and there's a lot of free guys that I have that are unpaid that only get housing and meals. But growing up in Cali, where we grew up in the junior college world, they didn't have this opportunity. And I tell these young coaches, man, we would have loved to be on your in your shoes at 23, 24 years old. We didn't have this opportunity. We were working at fucking JCPenney warehouse and then going to recruit, then going to practice, then starting it all over again. So you don't even understand. You're coaching football 24/7, even though it's unpaid, but you're 23, 24 years old. If this is what you want to do, that's the sacrifice you got to make. And so I harp on that, man. And at the end of the day, it's a result-oriented business. And coaches got to recruit. They either get the kid or they lose the kid. you win the game, you lose the game. And so, it's a cold business. It's colder than the dope game, I say, man. And one of my mentors is Freeway Rick Ross, and he comes and speaks to my players every summer. And
shit.
That's the real Rick Ross, not the rapper.
Yep.
And so, he'll be back this summer, and him and a guy named Cornell Ward are best friends, and that's who raised me basically in the streets of LA, man. And that's, I was in that era. And so, they say the same thing, man. It's a result oriented business, and shit, either gonna die, man, or go out fighting and figuring a way and figuring it out. And so you're gonna stay on the streets your whole life, or figure a way to provide. And that's how I try to teach these kids. And so, I think the ones that want to do it and believe, it's nothing personal. That's what really, to answer your question, is nothing personal. And I think my coaches and my players know that. And so I've never had a fight with a kid or a player or coach, any of that stuff. The one you saw me throw and after that game, the one you see me throw the headsets and that guy the coach throws it back over me or whatever.
Right.
I told him after the game, because I was kind of on the I had to kind of retract myself because of the camera. I was like, shit, man, I don't want to get this. I don't want to really fight on the TV. And I'm just like, he comes out there afterwards is when I really got after his ass when nobody's around. And I'm like, look, bro, if I wanted to throw that shit at you, I would threw it at your face. I said, I threw it at the ground and skipped to you. I said, there's a reason. I said, this is football. This is coaching. You fucked up and didn't get the guy in the game. I'm the head coach. I hired you. So it's not that I'm going to shit on you either as the head coach. I don't shit on my dudes. What they don't show on the show, Mike, is they don't show me barbecuing for these fuckers every day and taking them out to Tulsa and having, doing a lot of things for the coaches, especially the unpaid guys. And the same thing is with the kids. The kids, you don't see the kids bashing me online at all because they know the truth. And, they know what we do team bonding wise. They know what I do for them. And at the end of the day, I tell my coaches, for every time you motherfucking kid, you better have a hamburger for his ass too, or a pat on the ass.
Right.
And so, that's kind of how I am. And I think the coaches and the guys see that, but haven't had a real fight, man. And I don't think people recognize. So
that's good. You kicked ass last season. You've been kicking ass as a coach. You're improving, you're growing, and now you have this crazy recognizability. What is your dreams? What are your personal goals for football? Like, what would you like to do in the next 3, 4, 5, 10 years as a football coach? I mean, as a broadcaster, I think you'd be a fucking great broadcaster. Just like in general, like, what do you want to get out of football going forward?
Man, people have been asking me that a lot, man. It's like when you're a kid and you don't know what you want to do when you grow up and shit, man. At this level, junior college level, and I think Nick Saban, Pete Carroll, all the great coaches that are out there that have the name, they'll tell you, man, there's no harder level to coach than junior college. And a lot of those guys won't do it. And if they have done it, they won't come back to it once they get to the 4-year school because they understand what they got now. And this is like football jail. And I tell people this junior college is football jail. You got to get in and out, and you got to get out as fast as possible. And I said, that's what this is. And so, my goal, man, I'm as crazy as it sounds. If USC or UCLA came knocking, because I'm from LA, that would be it'd be pretty intriguing and pretty hard to turn down. But unless that's happening, I don't see anyone else coming and knocking on my door like that. And so the bottom line is, I think I'm content in the fact that I can touch more kids' lives here at this level than any 4-year school in the country can touch those kids' lives.
Right.
And I only give my kids 18 months. Those guys get them 4 and 5 years. And so I have to accelerate the program. And that's kind of why you see how I am. How you see me is I'm trying to accelerate a learning curve to instill it in a kid in an accelerated rate. And basically my kid, the longest kid I'll have here is 18 months. The shortest time I'll have a kid is 6 months. So, you've seen that big time running back that's going to Arkansas, Rakeem Boyd. He was highlighted on the show.
Yep.
I only had him 6 months. So, I had him in the summer and he went through the season and I had to mold that kid. He wouldn't even talk to anyone on the staff or any player or anything. He was really, really standoffish, and he had to really build his trust from his background growing up. And so each kid on there is totally different, and I have to do it at an accelerated rate. The 4-year school guys can't do that, man. They don't even want to try it. Like they say, is the grass greener on the other side? I don't know if it is. And right here at this place where I'm at, I have better players than 70% of the Division I schools where I'm at.
Wow.
And because I get those transfers, I get those kids that are making mistakes. And like Michael, I'm going to tell you right now, if I ran the NCAA, first of all, they'd be paid, number one. Number two, I would make every single kid out of high school, regardless if they were a high school qualifier or not, have to go junior college for 1 year.
Because of why?
I think you would not have the issues you have as you see the guy at Florida State hit the girl in the club and he gets kicked out of Florida State. You see the kid robbing or stealing crab legs, Jameis Winston, when he was at Florida State. I don't think you'll have that shit. I think that junior college is so less resourceful. It brings you down to earth in such a humble way. I think you'll have so much humility when you leave my place and you go to Alabama and you see now the Taj Mahal of football, and now you're like, shit, man, I just spent a year or 18 months in jail, and now I'm here. I can't fuck this up. And see, what happens is they go straight to Alabama to the Taj Mahal. They have no humility, and they have no idea what the other side entails, and then they get kicked out of Alabama, and they come to my place, and then they got my crazy ass motherfucking them and shaping them and molding them, and then they go back to Alabama, and I my personal what I'm most proud of in this business and what I've done is 190 kids I've sent to 4-year schools, Michael, and not one kid has ever been kicked out of that 4-year school. And that's kind of what I'm most proud about. And if you look at the history of junior college guys leaving junior college and go to Alabama, if you watch some of those guys from the last show, you got a guy facing a murder rap. You got guys that got kicked out of those schools in the first semester at the school. And my kids get raved about by the head coaches at Colorado, at Tennessee, at Arkansas. Your guys representing you and Independence very well, and I'm just so proud of you, and I appreciate how you are hard on them. That's coming from the 4-year head coaches that know I make it harder at Independence or wherever I've been than the 4-year school is, so that way they know they don't get kicked out of the school. So
that's dope.
It's a little different.
Give me some updates on some kids. One of the most frustrating characters to watch person is Malik Henry. Where is he at right now? And have you spoken to him since the end of the show?
Oh yeah, we talk quite often, man. And I talked to him and his dad the other day. Right now, I just got off the phone with Coach Lane Kiffin. He's the head coach of Florida Atlantic. He's interested in still trying to take a shot at him. I think he knows how talented Malik is. I think he knows. This is the thing about Malik that people don't realize. You see what he did on the show, and half the shit, it's kind of out of context because it doesn't happen exactly like it does on the show. Because you can see Malik talking shit, but really, when I watch some of the shows, I'm looking at it like that shit was 45 minutes ago in real life, or it was a month ago when you hear the voiceover. That was a month ago. It wasn't even in the game. So It's like they do some things to make it a reality, or not a reality, but a documentary too, and make it an attraction. And they do a great job. And it's not nothing edited or filmed or scripted or nothing, but it's just they maneuver some things to make it fit the puzzle right. And which you know better than me. And so they did that. And so you see some of those things. It kind of has him more of a villain than he really is. They don't show Sundays. They don't film on Sundays, and Sundays is a huge day for us as coaches because that's when I bring Malik in and we start the game plan. We watched last night's film. He's in there very contrite, crying his eyes out, talking about how fucked up he is and trying to just reach out of his, something's trying to get out of him. And, you're talking about a super extremely talented kid who has the, first round NFL written all over him. But can he get out of his own way? And so now you got Florida Atlantic and University of Hawaii. The head coach at Hawaii is a guy named Nick Rolovich, and we spoke, and he's really intrigued. And the bottom line is they have to ask themselves, does the reward outweigh the risk at the end of the day? And so Malik's graduated. He's got his AA degree, his 2-year degree, and he has 3 years to play at the Division I, which is also very good for those guys because he has 3 years. Most of the junior college guys only have 2 years. So he's got 3 years to play, and, that's kind of how it is. But people don't realize that. I was talking to the producer of the show. I said, hey, I could bring Malik back and really fuck everybody's heads up, right? And Greg's like, oh shit, it'll be the #1 show of all time. So, it's but hopefully he gets out and he'll be the only one, man, because everybody else is signed, and which is a national record. In 1 year, we had 40 guys go Division I off of one team, and graduated on time. Also, that's the most important. And so, those guys all over the place. There's guys that aren't even showcased on the show that are big time, that are at big time schools that they really weren't. They didn't really have a backstory like these other guys. So, but he hopefully lands at somewhere real soon. Hopefully this week, I think you'll hear about him signing somewhere.
Oh, good. And what about the kid Bobby Bruce?
So Bobby Bruce, he's on my shit list, man. He's back on campus as we speak. He's here. We'll have practice again in the morning, and he's here. He missed my summer workouts because he missed 2 plane flights that his head coach got him, and in high school, his high school coach got him. He missed them and gets caught up in some bullshit, basically at the wrong place at the wrong time, man. And that's my personally handpicked kid, and all those kids were that you saw on the show. I'm like, he knows, and he should never even went home. He's got a super, super bad backstory. I mean, his mom, been institutionalized her whole life. His brother got killed. He's got a bad home life, and he's really contrite. Well, anyway, the bottom line is he gets arrested. He goes to jail probably for 30 days while they figure this out, and then he was released, and it was basically a false arrest type of deal, and wrong identity. He wasn't the person they thought he was.
Oh,
didn't have anything to do with what they thought he did. So he has no record. He's back. He's on. As far as criminally, he's good. With me though, he's not, because he still missed my fucking summer, and he knows the deal. Because obviously, him and I know he was somewhere where he shouldn't have been, regardless. And so right now he's back on campus, and he's going through activities with us. I just don't know. He knows he's in my doghouse.
Is he eating food yet? Because the motherfucker doesn't eat. He's skinny.
Man, he didn't like that cat food. Bro.
You gotta eat that food though. You gotta eat something.
You gotta eat something, man. And I told him, I said, shit, you might be from the hood and fucked up life, but I'm telling you right now, we ate whatever was given to us. We ate, or we wasn't gonna get nothing. So
I never heard of nobody not eating shit. Like, it's like, throw some hot sauce on it and man up. Fuck.
And no shit. But yeah, he's learning, man. He's a young kid, man. That was I think hopefully he's grown up in front of us, and he since he's arrived back on campus, man, you can see his face has changed. And I told him that when, Netflix filmed us the other day in the office. I said, the first time I talked to him in person, and I said, listen, your face actually looks different, man. You look mature. But I said, jail will do that to you, won't it?
Oh.
He's like, yes. And I said, yeah, I know. And so I think hopefully, man, it struck him, man. Hopefully it scared the life out of him.
Oh, good. And you mentioned Rakeem. How good is he? Like, what kind of potential does he really have?
You might have me by a few years, man, but we probably cut from the same cloth in a lot of things. He's an Eric Dickerson, Earl Campbell type of guy.
Okay.
If that's for you.
Yep. I thought about Eric Dickerson because he runs kind of straight up. Like, when he gets going, he sort of has that stride like Eric Dickerson.
That high knee, north and south. Yep. Long strider. Yep. That's him, man. And he's a north-south guy. He's broad shoulder. He's long, athletic, and can run like the wind, man. If he gets in the open, you're not catching him. And he's a big-time guy, man. If he can stay durable and be durable and last and play 10, 11 games, he'll be an NFL back.
Fuck, that's awesome. And what about the white kid, the center, the offensive lineman, Buckmaster, who's his story was compelling, and he where is he at, and how's he doing since the show? Have you spoken to him?
Yeah. Speak to all of them. He's great, man. He also signed a scholarship, so this is his deal. He's an older kid, so he's had a rough go at it, and he's basically, you'll know what I'm saying, but we tell him that he's basically a brother in white skin, because that's his background and that's his life. That's how he grew up. He grew up pretty fucked up and had a bad life where he grew up back in northern Nevada in the sticks, and his parents had some issues, and he fought through it, man. And I got him out here, and He's at Lindenwood University. It's in St. Louis, right outside of St. Louis. It's a great facility. It's a big-time Division II and the best conference in America. He had to go Division II because he's an older cat, and his academic clock started years ago when he went to right out of high school. And basically, he had a bunch of hiccups and bumps in the road, and he didn't continue his education consecutively. So what happens is you kind of lose Division I clock. And so he had to go Division II, but he had offers from Oklahoma State, a bunch of Division I's, and that's how good he is. So,
wow.
Yeah, so he had to go Division II, man, and it's a great situation for him, and he's doing great, man. They say he's doing great, and hopefully he represents well, and he's another guy that has a shot, man. He's real technical, he's real fundamentally sound, and he's nasty as hell, man. So,
well, what would that mean to you? Like, obviously, you want your kids to graduate, and obviously, you want the kids to leave you better off as people, and all those things, and that comes across a lot in the show, and just from talking to. What would it mean to you to have one of these kids actually have a career as an NFL player? I mean, I couldn't imagine like how proud you would feel if that happened.
Well, Mike, I don't know if you know my history or as a coach, but in 17 years as a coach, I got 27 in the NFL right now.
Oh shit!
So
see, that's something that they don't talk about on the show. Yeah,
I know. I actually had 6 in the Super Bowl at the same time in the same game.
Holy shit!
Which is also a record. Yeah. So, I think I have probably 10 or 11 kids in the last 2 years that will probably play on Sunday in the next couple of years. It's funny.
When
you
see them out there, are you like, this is fucking, like, I mean, you must feel like they're the father figure. Like you pushed them. You've had an imprint on their lives. That shit must just be so fulfilling for you.
Yeah, man. Because especially like there's the kids out there like the Damian Staffords of the world. He was a starting safety for the Tennessee Titans a couple years ago, and he played for me in California junior college. And I used to have to go grab his ass by the dreads out of bed, get him out of bed, and hopefully he hears this because he knows. I just talked to him the other day, and he's gonna send me a jersey, but. He was like, man, without that coach, I would have never graduated anyway. And we had to do a lot of things. He ended up playing in Nebraska for 2 years under Bo Pelini, and he did a great job. Got drafted by the Tennessee Titans, and then those type of guys, like Akeem Ayers, who won a Super Bowl with the New England Patriots, an outside linebacker. He went back to the home to the Rams. Now he's with the Colts, I think. He same deal with him, man. He went to Bourbon Bay High School in Watts, California, and I coached him there, and he was just a freakish specimen athletically. He's been in the NFL now, 7-8 years, and has made a great living for himself. And he's the same type of kid, man. He had to be pushed, and that was my job to get him where he couldn't get himself, because nobody told him the things that are real out there. I told him, man, in 18 months, the real world is going to hit you in the mouth, and are you going to be able to handle it? And so. I think a lot of those guys I've had, Orlando Scandrick, man, he's been with the Cowboys forever, and now he's with the Redskins. That was my first kid. I inherited him as my first coaching year at Artesia High School. He was a sophomore in high school, and it was crazy, man. When I inherited his ass, they had him at fullback. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And I ended up putting him at tailback. He runs for like 300 yards his first game as a sophomore, and the rest is history. He's a 10-year NFL vet, but. There's a lot of those type of guys, man, finding their niche and finding out where they go. Because I think if you look about it, man, if you look back at it, you're like, shit, man, if I would have left him there or moved him there, his career could have been over. He never would have been Orlando Scandrick or Akeem Ayers or those type of guys.
When you see that talent, like the kids that you mentioned, can you see the difference? Like this guy really he's special. Like I've got a bunch of kids that are talented, that bust their ass. But can you, as a coach and being around it so closely, be like, this kid is on a different plane, even like in high school or at the junior college level?
Yeah, man. So we had 27 Division I transfers last year, just so you know. That's all. Nobody has that. But we had those. Only 9 of them made it. The rest of them I cut. They're at my place for a reason. They either were fuck-ups, they either couldn't figure out life in general. I try to take all of those guys, and hopefully I can at least help one of them, because I try to tell my young coaches, man, you're not going to save them all. So stop spreading yourself thin and trying, because I used to learn that as a young coach. I used to be the same way. I'm going to save all these fuckers. Well, you can't. And by you trying to do that and chasing that ghost, you're going to end up not helping the one you need to help. And so you got to find out who's who and kind of figure out, what makes this guy go. And you got to end up being a fucking psychologist at the end of the day.
Right.
And that's what I am. I'm not a coach. I'm a damn psychologist. And so some kids have what we call the it factor, man. I think the great quarterbacks in the world, the Tom Brady's, the Montanas, the Aaron Rodgers, those guys have what's called an it factor. And I think coaches are in the same world. The coaches have the it factor. And then I believe the coach that has the it factor can recognize the kid that has the it factor.
Got
and
you.
I think that's kind of, to answer your question, I think that's kind of how it is. And you can see that there's kids that have great talent and shit, but they don't know they're not poised, or they don't know how to act under fire, or they're not winners. Tony Romo was a great skill set. He was like top 3 or 4 skill set quarterback maybe of all time as far as just arm talent, but he never could win the fucking big one. And
Right.
That's his knock. And so, what is the it factor? And I guess that's the one you have to determine, kind of find out, and how you determine that. And I think I have an eye for talent. That's kind of what I've been known for. I was known as a recruiter and an eye for talent. And I think that's why I turned down a lot of guys that other people take in a heartbeat. They're like, man, this guy's a freak, and I'm like, yeah, but he don't. I'm looking at every little thing. I'm like, his hips ain't gonna project to 2 years from now. And sure enough, man, I've been pretty good spot on those things, and those guys fall off, and my guy ends up going to NFL. So it's just about it's a luck of the draw thing too, man. It's kind of, I'm not saying I'm the guru. I've been lucky at a lot of this stuff too. But I do turn over rocks, and that's what I tell my coaches. We got to turn over rocks. You got to go find these coaches, these kids. And, I got 4 points of recruiting that I harp on. And one of them, first thing is, and this might relate to you too, the first thing is finding the guy. So yeah, you can find the kid. But the second thing is, can you locate him? And you can find him on social media, but now can you locate him? Where the hell is he? And then the third thing is, can you contact that kid? Like, now can you get a hold of him? And then the fourth thing is ultimately signing the kid and getting him on your campus. So there's a lot of things that go into it. And now you got to turn over rocks and find those guys, man, because there's 300-something million people out in the United States, man. And there's a lot of guys out there that can play that you have to go find. And there's 8 schools in our conference that go find to try to go get the same one.
Right.
But it's tough. It's feast or famine, man. You gotta, cream rises to the top, man. And so far, we've proven that we're the best recruiting school because of the fact that the kids know we're genuine. My whole staff's cut from my cloth. I will fire a coach if he doesn't know how to interact with a kid and build a relationship. And that's just what it is, because at the end of the day, as hard as I am on them, you better build a relationship with these kids too, because they got a backstory that needs to be found out about, or they'll never run to a wall for you.
I love all this shit. All right. My last 3 questions. This. Number 1, where the fuck is the beach house? Does the beach house really exist? It became like a character on its own in the show. Where's this fucking beach house, and what's popping off at the beach house?
It's in Long Beach, California, man. Right on, man. And it's in Long Beach. It's a condo, man, on the water, man. And I've had it for about 7-8 years now. I've been living down there forever, basically. Once my pops passed away, man, we sold the house in Compton where we grew up at, and he passed away in 2005, and I was just like, I didn't want nothing else to do with the Compton house growing up, and it was just a fucked up deal. And so I ended up, I was on my own, man, at that point, and I started having to figure out ways to live, man. And so I was living in Long Beach, and I loved it down there. It's really, really cultural, and it's diverse as hell. It's like I'm top 2 or 3 diverse cities in the country, and I love it down there. So I ended up getting enough coin together to get me a condo, man, and so I've kept it all through all the journeys of me moving around from Kansas to back home to Kansas to a different part of Kansas. So I've kept it, and so that's where that is, man. And I throw parties out there on my deck, man, for my buddies and my coaches, man, on the water. And 4th of July parties are beautiful in Long Beach if you've never been. Steven Spielberg has a ship out there. He lets off about $1 million in fireworks. And the Queen Mary's right there. They do a big fireworks show, and there's 1 million people down there, man, walking the beach. And
I got to come check it out.
You got to go there on the 4th, man. It's a big deal. But then, they also have they got the Puerto Rican Fest, the Bob Marley Fest, the damn Indie or they got the Long Beach Grand Prix, which is like the second largest IndyCar race, in April. And so Long Beach has so much shit going on, and so I just like it down there, centrally located, man, and home, and it's on the water, and I love the water, so that's kind of it.
All right, your personal top 5 football players of all time, just your favorites growing up, favorites now, just like if you had to put the list together of your 5 favorite football players of all time, who would they be?
5 favorite football players. Troy Aikman, quarterback. Dan Marino, quarterback. Lawrence Taylor, probably if I put them in order, Lawrence Taylor would probably be my favorite. Probably Deion Sanders, because he changed the game. He wasn't just a DB; he was an entertainer. And probably Eric Dickerson.
All right, that's a good top 5. And you quote a couple of rappers in the show. You know, like there's a bunch of hip hop. By the way, that young kid, the kid who made the song, tell him keep doing his thing. The blonde headed kid, I think he could be a producer. He doesn't have a face to be in front of the camera. But the kid who did the song that's in the show, I like that shit.
Oh, I haven't seen that shit. I know you're talking about. Yeah, he made a show. You know, the dude that made all this, that wrote the song was my Polynesian kid who played O-line for us. He's from the hood. He's a Polynesian kid I brought in. He's a rapper. He actually wrote the song for the white guy.
Oh, well, the white guy got all the fucking credit in the show. So just tell the Polynesian kid he needs to get those royalties because the white kid got all the fucking credit. But let me ask you, give me your top 5 rappers of all time.
Man, my top 5. I'm old school, man. I'm a little younger than you, but
you know you keep saying that shit. You're throwing that in my face. Like I feel like you're taking shots at me, coach.
That, man, because you told me the other day, man, you're fucking older than me. I'm like, fuck. All right, well, all right. I'm gonna go Nas, Biggie, Tupac, Ice Cube, and I'm gonna go E40, man, because he's not. I'm a lyricist guy too, man. I'm not just about a beat. In the new rap game, I don't fuck with it all.
It's trash.
One of these.
Do you go crazy having to listen to your kids' music? Because I can't even imagine. Because if you grew up listening to good hip hop, it's like literally as if when we were listening to hip hop, having to listen to like doo-wop music or classical music or like some kind of swing jazz. This new hip hop that I'm sure your players play must drive you fucking insane.
Oh man, they want to play it at the stadium. We go practice. I put on E40. Them motherfuckers don't even know who the fuck it is. They want this fucking Panda Future shit. I'm like, man, fuck that shit. I can't even understand what the fuck they're saying. So, you know, and then there's 5 guys that I could easily leave out, like Rakim and Big Daddy and Kumo D and Snoop and you know I'm a big AZ fan, not Jay-Z, AZ.
Yes.
And I know you know AZ back east, but man, AZ's a big time lyricist to me, and there's a lot of those other types of guys, man. I like lyrics, man. I thought Exhibit is a big time lyricist.
Yep.
And I'm a hooper too, man. I played hoop with a bunch of big time guys that played in the NBA, and I grew up in that world too. So we all know a lot of the same people, I think. And
absolutely,
I think I'm well diverse and well rounded, man, and far that stuff. But yeah, the new rap game, man, is fuck. It is horrific, man. I can't stand that shit.
It's literally like it's a different genre of music. I stopped calling it rap. Like my whole thing is if you're so fucking creative, come up with a new name for the shit, and so I could stop being so frustrated about it. All right, Coach. Listen, I appreciate you coming on the podcast. I told you I want to make a trip out to Kansas. You just got to show me where the nearest Starbucks is, because if there's not a Starbucks within like an 8-minute shot, I start to get nervous.
No doubt, man. The closest Starbucks to us is 35 minutes, man.
Oh, fuck. So they haven't got you're a big television star. You got 560 players, in different schools. They can't get a fucking Starbucks out there for you? Jesus Christ, man.
I'm pushing for it, man. I told him if Michael Rapaport and his wife show up, man, I got to get fucking Starbucks delivered here or something every day while you're here. So I'm working on that shit, man. Don't even worry about it.
I want to come out there and watch a game and watch a practice and watch you do your thing, because like I said, I support you. I'm a big fan. Me
doubt, man. Appreciate the love, man. And it's been a privilege, man, you calling me, man. I grew up watching you, man, and shit. Me and my boys all love Michael Rapaport, man. It's crazy. So I appreciate it, man. It's been humbling.
All right, Coach. I'm going to talk to you soon, and I appreciate you rocking with me.
All right, brother.
I'll talk to you soon. All right, that's it. I want to thank Jason Brown, Coach. I really urge everybody who hasn't watched season 3 of Last Chance U to check it out. It's fucking compelling. It'll have you on the edge of your seat. You get so emotionally invested in the kids and the school and the town and the coach and the entire story. You should check out Last Chance U. I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast World Tour continues. As I said, the 18th in Houston, the 22nd in Philadelphia, and the 25th in Boston. IamRapaportTour.com. That's IamRapaportTour.com. Miles, Jordan, yo, take us out of here with something nice. Take us out of here with something funky. Take us out of here with something real proper. I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. I'm out.